In this imagined viral universe drama, the internet is in absolute shambles right now, because in the middle of a quiet late night when nobody expected anything, Kayla B dropped a screenshot that sent shockwaves through the entire rap community. No context, no caption, no explanation, just a blurry image of what looked like a deleted group chat thread, and one name standing out like a neon sign: Asian Doll. Within minutes, fans were screen recording it, zooming in, enhancing the brightness like they were solving a crime scene. And even though Kayla deleted the post almost instantly, the damage was done. The blogs got it, the fandoms got it, and the timeline absolutely erupted. People started whispering, why was Asian Doll's name still visible when every other name in the chat was blurred out? What kind of group chat was this supposed to be? And why would Kayla post it at 2 a.m. if it didn't mean something? Some fans are convinced she meant to expose something. Others think it was a slip, a moment of emotion, frustration, or nostalgia that she regretted instantly. And then you had the conspiracy crowd saying the screenshot wasn't an accident at all, but a warning shot, a message, a breadcrumb leading to something deeper. What made everything crazier was the timestamp at the top of the chat. According to fans who enhanced the image, it dated back to a period when tensions, friendships, and loyalties were shifting in real time. Now the whole internet is arguing, and did Kayla uncover something that was never meant to be seen? Was this group chat connected to old conversations fans never knew existed? And why did Asian Doll's name appear so boldly, like it refused to be erased? Tonight in this fictional dramatic retelling, we're diving into every theory, every alleged clue, and every piece of digital chaos that came after that one screenshot. Because if this imagined group chat were real, the story it hints at would change everything. The whole situation exploded the moment Kayla B stepped back online after deleting the screenshot, because instead of clearing the air, she posted 3 mysterious eye emojis and logged off again. That silence turned the internet into detectives overnight. Fans are shocked and emotions ran high as people began stitching together theories, rumors, and old interviews that suddenly felt like puzzle pieces. Comment sections filled with arguments. Kayla dropped that on purpose. She knows more than she's saying. Why was Asian's name the only one not blurred? The family was left divided too, at least online, because some supporters insisted Kayla was just venting emotionally, while others believed she was hinting at something deeper, something she had held onto for years. What made everything more intense was that fans claimed they could read fragments of the messages. In the screenshot, right under Asian Doll's name, you could supposedly see the beginning of a line. She said and that tiny fragment had fans spiraling. Who said what? Who was he? And what conversation was being referenced? People started pulling up old live streams where Asian appeared emotional, saying things like, y'all don't know everything that happened. Now those clips resurfaced, and going viral again, with thousands of comments saying she was talking about this. Meanwhile, Kayla's close circle, or at least people claiming to be close, began dropping cryptic reactions. One tweeted, "Truth always slips out eventually." Another posted, "The past never dies when the receipts still exist." These posts only deepened the chaos. Is making fans believe this imaginary group chat wasn't just random messages. They believed it contained unspoken emotions and behind-the-scenes conversations from a time that fans still discuss with intensity. Asian Doll herself didn't address the situation directly at first, which made things even crazier. She simply posted a selfie with the caption, "Blessed and booked." But fans believe the timing was intentional, a subtle message saying she wasn't worried. Her supporters flooded the comments defending her, saying Kayla must have misunderstood something, or maybe someone cropped the screenshot weirdly, but others insisted Asian's calm reaction meant she already knew the chat existed, that this wasn't her first time seeing it. Later that afternoon, an unexpected twist surfaced from a fan page claiming they had enhanced the brightness of the screenshot and could make out 3 other blurred names beneath Asian's. As the identities were still unreadable, but fans speculated they were old friends, crew members, or people who were involved during a complicated period of emotions. One fan wrote, "This chat looks like it was from a night we all remember." Immediately, everyone knew what moment she was referring to. A night filled with confusion, rumors, and messages that were never fully explained to the public. That's when the TikTok sleuth stepped in. One influencer posted a 3-minute breakdown titled, "The Group Chat, What They Didn't Tell Us," where she pieced together past tweets, deleted captions, and public reactions from years ago. "If you line up the dates," she said dramatically, "this fictional group chat would match the exact timeline when misunderstandings between Kayla and Asian reached their peak." The video went viral in hours. Kayla, seeing the chaos unfold, finally spoke, but only through a single sentence on her story. "Y'all reading too deep, but y'all not wrong either." That line sent the internet into another meltdown. What did she mean? How could the crowd be both too deep and not wrong? It was the kind of vague, emotionally charged message that made everything worse. Her own supporters debated fiercely. Some said she was trying to calm things down. Others argued she meant, "I won't say more, but I won't deny it." Meanwhile, in this fictional retelling, people close to her started whispering that Kayla had found the chat while restoring an old phone, a device she hadn't turned on in years. The moment it booted, old conversations loaded, old photos, old threads, and among them, a group chat she didn't remember saving. Allegedly, she opened it and froze when she saw Asian's name appear in bold text at the top. And depending on who was telling the story, Kayla either got emotional or furious. In this imagined scenario, so one insider described Kayla's reaction like this. She stared at her phone for 5 minutes, no words. Then she said, "People really rewrote history." Whether that quote was real or not, fans latched onto it instantly. If true, the group chat might have contained misunderstandings, hidden loyalties, or conversations that never reached the public. The possibility alone turned the entire internet upside down. By evening, Asian Doll finally addressed the situation indirectly on live. Her tone was calm but serious. "I don't know why y'all doing the most," she began. "People gone post what they wanna post. I don't got beef with nobody. I said what I said years ago, and I'm focused on me." But when a viewer commented, "What about the group chat?" her expression shifted just enough for fans to catch it. Eyebrows tightened, lips pressed together. She replied simply, "Some things ain't everybody's business." That comment alone fueled 20 more conspiracy threads. Families of fans were divided. Friendships in real life argued over theories, and timelines filled with people taking sides without knowing what the chat actually said. Some insisted Asian was hiding something. Others swore Kayla was emotional and misunderstood old messages. A few believed both women were being respectful by not exposing deeper truths. But the wildest twist came when someone claiming to be an old associate of Kayla posted a DM saying, "That chat wasn't what y'all think." It was a moment of confusion, not betrayal. That only made things more confusing because it hinted that the chat was real in this fictional story, but didn't match the internet's imagination. Now the stage was set, the tension rising, emotions escalating, and everyone waiting for one thing. If Kayla posted one blurred screenshot, did she have more? And if she did, why was Asian Doll's name the one that refused to fade? The energy online shifted dramatically the next morning. And not in the way anyone expected. The conversation that had started as pure shock turned into a digital wildfire that nobody, not even Kayla B or Asian Doll themselves, could have prepared for. People woke up to new enhanced versions of the screenshots circulating everywhere. Some fans claimed they deciphered faint words behind the blur. Others claimed Kayla intentionally used a marker filter that reversed poorly under contrast. And by noon, the debate wasn't just about what the chat contained. It was about why it existed in the first place. One fan posted a thread that blew up instantly. If this chat was from that year, then everything we thought happened didn't happen the way we think. That tweet alone gathered hundreds of thousands of impressions. Emotions ran high, and fans felt like they were uncovering a secret timeline that had always been hiding under the surface. People who had never agreed on anything before suddenly united to dissect the imaginary messages line by line. Meanwhile, Kayla made the tension worse without even speaking. She posted a black screen with one sentence: "Be careful who y'all defend." That line sent the internet into a frenzy. Was she talking about Asian Doll, someone else in the chat? A betrayal that fans never knew about. The family was left divided in the comment sections, some supporting her fiercely, as others accusing her of stirring drama for no reason. But in this fictional story, insiders claim Kayla's hands were shaking when she typed that message. It wasn't about clout, it was about emotions she thought she had buried. Asian Doll, on the other hand, seemed determined not to give the situation more oxygen. She posted behind-the-scenes footage from a music video shoot, laughing with her team and vibing to unreleased tracks. But the comments under her post were brutal. What was in that chat? Why your name pop up? Kayla exposing you? Even though she ignored them, fans noticed that Asian's energy wasn't as carefree as usual. In a brief moment between takes, someone filming caught her muttering, "I don't owe nobody an explanation." That clip went viral instantly, then the biggest twist yet dropped out of nowhere. A TikToker claimed they had access to an old group chat backup app and demonstrated how deleted parts of messages could sometimes reappear in preview mode. They posted a video showing how a single misstep, such as reopening an archived chat, could expose half-deleted threads. It didn't prove Kayla's screenshot was real, but it made the fictional scenario seem frighteningly plausible. Suddenly, everyone believed the chat wasn't just a random fragment. They believed it was the remains of a once active conversation that had been erased intentionally. And not by Kayla. People began asking deeper questions. Who originally made the group chat? Why was Asian Doll included? And why did Kayla's old phone still have access to it? A Twitter Spaces room titled "The Chat Let's Talk" reached over 20,000 listeners. People shared theories like they were recounting historical events. One speaker who claimed to know Kayla said, "Y'all don't understand. She held onto that phone because it had memories. Not drama, memories." Another voice chimed in, "But memories turn into clues when the truth gets buried." The entire room went silent. Even through a screen, you could feel the tension. Around the same time, someone claiming to be a former acquaintance of both women dropped a cryptic comment under a gossip post. "If they release the rest, the internet won't know how to act." That single comment was reposted everywhere. And fans began begging Kayla to show the full chat, while others urged her to delete everything and walk away. The pressure mounted until she finally posted a short message. "Y'all not ready for the whole story." That sentence changed everything. People started speculating that the imaginary chat didn't just contain drama. It contained context, unspoken truths, miscommunications that could shift the way fans interpreted the past. Some believed the messages showed conflict. Others believed they showed loyalty. A few whispered that it might even contain emotional conversations neither woman wanted the world to see. Asian Doll, after staying silent for nearly 24 hours, finally went live. Not yelling, not defensive, but visibly tired. "Look," she said, brushing her hair out of her face. "People love mess, but sometimes mess ain't what it looks like." Her voice cracked slightly on that last line. Fans flooded the comments. "Just say it. What was in the chat? Is Kayla lying?" Asian didn't take the bait. She simply sighed and said, "If she got something to say, she can call me." That was the moment the fictional drama hit a new level. Because according to people watching the live closely, someone off camera said, "She already tried." Asian's expression froze. She ended the stream almost immediately, and within minutes. And screenshots appeared claiming, though unverified, they showed that Kayla did call, but Asian declined. Whether it was true or not didn't matter. Fans believed it. Now both fandoms were locked in digital warfare. Team Kayla insisted she was revealing things that needed to be addressed. Team Asian said Kayla was emotional and lashing out from a place of pain. Neutral fans begged for peace. Bloggers used the moment to speculate wildly, and all the while, the central mystery remained unsolved. If that imaginary group chat really did hold the truth, why did only one name survive the blur? And more importantly, who deleted the rest of the messages? And what were they trying to hide? The tension was rising, allegiances shifting, and the internet collectively holding its breath, waiting for the next screenshot, the next comment, the next slip that would expose everything. By the time the third day rolled around, the tension online had become its own living, breathing monster. What started as a single blurry screenshot from Kayla B had turned into a full-on digital investigation, with fans acting like forensic detectives and gossip commentators treating the situation like a televised trial. And through all of it, the one name at the center of the storm, Asian Doll, hadn't escaped a single headline. Every new hour brought a new twist, a new theory, or a new exclusive source. But nothing was more shocking than what happened when a supposed second screenshot began circulating. This time, the image wasn't posted by Kayla, it wasn't posted by Asian, it wasn't posted by anyone directly involved. It appeared through a burner Twitter account with 0 followers, an account created the same day it posted the photo. The screenshot looked clearer than Kayla's original one, like it came from a different device, maybe an iPad or a synced backup. Even at the top of the image, the group chat's title was visible: Family talk. Immediately fans went into meltdown. Why was Asian Doll in a chat labeled family talk? Was this real or edited? Was it a troll trying to stir chaos, or someone who had access to the original thread? There were 3 messages visible in the screenshot, each of them partially blurred, but just clear enough to ignite arguments across the entire internet. Under Asian's name, us, you could faintly see the beginning of a sentence. I tried to explain to her. That alone sent social media spiraling. Explain what? To who? About who? People began uploading their own enhanced versions of the screenshot, each interpretation more dramatic than the last. TikTokers made videos claiming they could read the entire sentence through pixel analysis. Twitter threads insisted the message was about a misunderstanding with Kayla. Instagram pages theorized the message referenced a situation fans had never heard about. Emotions ran high because nobody had answers, not even the blogs. Everyone reached out to Kayla and Asian for comments, and both women stayed silent. And silence in the world of viral drama is gasoline. Rumors soon spread that Kayla's family wasn't happy about the situation. An account claiming to be a cousin, though unverified, posted, "She didn't mean to start all that. She emotional." Boy, y'all dragging it too far. But another alleged family friend tweeted the opposite. Sometimes the truth need to be told. The family was left divided even online, and fans began picking sides like it was a televised feud. Meanwhile, behind the scenes in this fictional universe, people close to Kayla insisted she was overwhelmed by the situation. According to one imaginary insider, Kayla had been scrolling through old messages on the resurrected phone when she stumbled upon the chat again, as if the universe wanted her to face it twice. The insider claimed she whispered why her name's still showing before locking the phone and walking away. That quote spread like wildfire. Whether true or not, people began theorizing that the chat had been selectively deleted, but not by Kayla. Some believed Asian removed messages from her end. Others insisted someone inside the group chat erased incriminating receipts. But the most popular theory was far more dramatic, that the chat had been active during one of the most emotional periods in everyone's lives, filled with misunderstandings, half-truths, and loyalty questions that nobody ever openly addressed. Then came the biggest plot twist yet. Asian Doll finally broke her silence. Not in a live video, not in a statement, but in a single tweet. Y'all keep assuming, but nobody knows what was really going on behind closed doors. That tweet hit harder than any accusation, denial, or explanation. It was vague enough to protect her, yet sharp enough to make fans believe she was confirming there was more to the story. Immediately, theories erupted. Fans began rewatching old clips of Asian and Kayla interacting. Moments of tension, moments of friendliness, moments where something felt off, but no one could explain why. People posted side-by-side comparisons of live stream reactions they had years ago, claiming the women were referencing unseen conversations. Some supporters tried defending Asian, saying her message indicated private pain. Others insisted she was hinting that Kayla's screenshot was taken out of context. And then there were the conspiracy theorists saying she's saying it without saying it, that chat was real and the messages were deep. As chaos brewed, and Kayla added fuel to the fire with another late-night post. She didn't show her face. She didn't write a long caption. She simply posted the iPhone screen recording interface, the kind you'd see right before someone captures their screen, and wrote underneath, "Should I?" The internet lost its mind. People begged her not to escalate the situation. Others were in her comments screaming, "Yes, drop it!" Fans were divided like never before. Kayla didn't say another word. She didn't confirm she had more messages. She didn't deny it either. She let the suspense simmer. And that silence became louder than any screenshot. At the same time, an unverified voice note began circulating on Twitter and Instagram. In it, a woman sounding like Asian Doll said, "I already apologize for that situation." Fans debated fiercely over whether it was real or AI generated, but the timing and the tone were too perfect for the narrative. Even though nothing was confirmed, the clip became part of the fictional storyline's lore. People began speculating that the group chat contained emotional conversations related to misunderstandings between Asian and Kayla. Others believed it contained heated arguments that were never resolved. And some thought the chat might have included Vaughn-related tensions that neither woman wanted to relive publicly. But the most explosive theory of all was the one that dominated every comment section. What if Kayla wasn't exposing Asian? What if she was exposing someone else in the chat, and Asian's name just happened to be the only one that didn't delete correctly? That theory hit the internet like a nuclear bomb. Suddenly, everyone wasn't just asking, what did Asian say? They were asking, who were the other people in that chat? Why were their names blurred? What messages were erased? And most importantly, what truth was someone trying to hide? The suspense kept building, the screenshots kept spreading, and the fictional drama kept intensifying. Because at this point, the question wasn't whether the chat existed. The question was why someone wanted it buried, and why Asian Doll's name refused to stay deleted. The tension reached a boiling point the moment a third leak, even more startling than the first two, surfaced out of nowhere. This time it wasn't a screenshot, not a blurry cropped photo, not a burner account post. It was something much more dangerous, a screen recording. A 6-second clip showing someone scrolling through the beginning of the imaginary family talk group chat. And right there, at the top of the conversation list, were multiple names. 4 participants, each represented by a tiny circle. 3 were blurred, but 1 remained visible like it refused to fade from the storyline. Asian Doll fans are shocked, because in the fictional universe of this story, this recording made one thing clear. Whoever leaked this wasn't just reposting Kayla's screenshot, this person had access to the old phone, access to the archived chat, access to something deeper than anyone expected, and suddenly the entire internet turned into detectives again. They slowed the clip, enhanced the contrast, zoomed into what little text appeared at the top. A date flashed for barely a millisecond, November 12th, 2020. That date alone broke the internet. Comments exploded. Button, that's a week after everything happened. This is about emotions, not drama. This is why Kayla posted that screenshot. Emotions ran high as fans speculated that the chat captured some of the most emotional, confusing conversations that happened during a time when everyone was speaking in codes, grieving differently, and misunderstanding each other. Kayla, who had been silent since her vague "should I post," saw the clip spreading like wildfire, and instead of staying quiet, she reacted. She posted an Instagram story featuring just her hand resting on the old phone, the same phone fans believed contained the restored messages, and underneath it she wrote, "So y'all see, I wasn't lying." The internet erupted. People begged her to drop the full chat. Others begged her to let it go. Even her own followers split into 2 sides. Some saying she was protecting her brother's truth. Others saying reopening old wounds wasn't worth it. The family was left divided. And fans could feel the emotional weight behind her message. Kayla wasn't doing this for clout in this fictional story. She was acting out of frustration, hurt, confusion, and maybe even a need for closure she never received. But while Kayla's message was emotional, Asian's reaction was calculated. Within an hour, Asian Doll posted a picture of herself in the studio with the caption, "Ain't worried about nothing old." But fans weren't buying it. They said her smile looked forced, and her energy guarded, and the comments under her post didn't let her escape the situation. Just say what was in the chat. Why you keep being involved in drama? Kayla got receipts. Asian didn't reply to any comment, but she liked one. A single comment that said, "People love twisting things when they in pain." That subtle move became the next grenade thrown into the storyline. TikTok went wild with interpretations. Is she calling Kayla hurt? Is she saying the screenshot was taken out of context? Is she implying Kayla is misremembering things? Theories battled aggressively across social media, each one more dramatic than the next. But the real twist came when the burner account, the same one that released the screen recording, posted again. This time the post said, "Y'all ain't even seen the middle of the chat yet. No screenshot, no proof." I'll take just that message. The internet froze. If there was a middle, that meant the leaked pieces weren't the worst or most emotional or most revealing parts. There was more. Conversations that might show arguments, apologies, misunderstandings, or even confessions neither Kayla nor Asian wanted in the public eye. Fans begged the burner to leak it. Others warned them to stop before someone got hurt emotionally or otherwise. And then something nobody expected happened. A voice note began circulating. Not from Asian, not from Kayla, but allegedly from someone else whose name had been blurred out in all the screenshots. In the fictional voice note, the woman sounded stressed, saying, "If they drop everything, it's gonna mess up people who ain't even in the public. Don't do that." Suddenly, fans realized the group chat might have included more people than they thought. People who didn't live online. People whose lives would change if all those messages surfaced. Yeah, and this shifted the tone of the debate entirely. For the first time, fans weren't just curious, they were nervous. What if the leaks didn't just expose petty drama? What if they revealed emotional conversations between multiple people trying to process events in real time? Kayla posted again that night. This time, a long text message on a black screen, emotionally charged, raw. In the fictional world of this story, she wrote, "Some of y'all don't understand that this ain't about clout. It's about truth. People said things about my brother that wasn't fair. People said things about me that wasn't right. If I finally show y'all everything, y'all gonna see who lied and who didn't. Stop playing with my pain." Fans flooded her comments with support and criticism. She protecting family. She being messy. She finna explode the internet. She needs healing. Asian 10 minutes later tweeted, "Truth don't need screenshots." The entire internet lost its breath. And was that a clapback? A defense? A warning? The rivalry was no longer loud. It had become quiet, tense, coded, and that made it even more intense. Then came the most unexpected turn. A fourth screenshot appeared. Not leaked, not posted, not shared by a burner. It came from an anonymous email sent to multiple rap blogs. The message said, "Ask them about the last message in the thread." Attached was a single cropped image of the chat's last bubble. It wasn't clear who sent it. It wasn't clear who it was directed at, but 3 words were readable. "You misunderstood me." Those 3 words changed the entire energy. Fans realized this wasn't just drama. This was miscommunication, emotions, grief, pain, conversations that should have happened offline in private. But now the entire fictional internet wanted to know who misunderstood who, what was said, and why did everyone in that chat stop talking after that message? Wow, the suspense had reached its highest peak because the truth, real or misinterpreted, was sitting inside that phone, and at any moment, Kayla could hit share. And just like that, the entire internet is standing on the edge of a cliff, waiting to see if Kayla presses that button. The button that could expose the full imaginary group chat, the emotions behind it, the misunderstandings, the hurt, the loyalty questions, the apologies that may or may not have been spoken. Fans are shocked. The family is left divided, and creators across every platform are refreshing their feeds like their lives depend on it. Because in this fictional universe we've created tonight, the stakes aren't just about messages, they're about closure. They're about whether old wounds get healed or ripped open. They're about 2 women, Kayla B and Asian Doll, navigating the chaos of the internet while trying to protect their own hearts, their memories, their truths. And now the final question remains hanging in the air like smoke. Will Kayla drop the full thread? Or will the real story stay locked in that old phone forever? The burner account went silent. Asian hasn't tweeted again. Kayla hasn't posted since her emotional message. Nobody is making the next move, yet. But you, watching right now, you have to tell me what you think. Should Kayla reveal the entire chat? Do you believe Asian Doll's side of the story? Do you think the leaks are being manipulated, or do you think someone is trying to force the truth into daylight? I want to hear it all. Drop your theories in the comments. Don't hold back. Tell me what you think those missing messages said. Tell me whose energy felt real, who was emotional, who was misunderstood. And listen, if you want the next update the second the next leak hits the timeline, you already know what to do. Hit like so the algorithm pushes this story. Unsubscribe so you never miss a drop. Turn on notifications because this drama is far from over. This fictional storyline just cracked open. And trust me, the next twist is already loading.